The story is told about a teacher who gave a impromptu test to her students. She passed out a sheet of paper to all the students, and then she tells them to begin. The students not prepared for this test were very apprehensive, and so they flip over their papers only to find a little black dot on a white paper. She then instructs her students to now write about what you see on the paper. Students begin to feverishly write, and after about 10 to 15 minutes, the teacher ends the test and she says, "Turn in your papers." As she looks at the papers and the responses on them, every single student wrote about the black dot. Every last one of them. And the teacher was trying to teach her students about perspective. She asked her students, "Why didn't any of you write about anything but the black dot? Why didn't you write about all of the space, all of the clear space around the black dot?" You see, the students could only focus on that one thing. In our lesson this week, we find Jesus having healed a man with a withered hand on the Sabbath.
Another time, Jesus went into the synagogue, and a man with a shriveled hand was there. Some of them were looking for a reason to accuse Jesus, so they watched him closely to see if he would heal him on the Sabbath. Jesus said to the man with the shriveled hand, "Stand up in front of everyone." Then Jesus asked them, "Which is lawful on the Sabbath, to do good or to do evil? To save life or to kill?" But they remained silent. He looked around at them in anger and, deeply distressed at their stubborn hearts, said to the man, "Stretch out your hand." He stretched it out, and his hand was completely restored. Then the Pharisees went out and began to plot with the Herodians how they might kill Jesus.
You see, much like the students who could only focus on the black dot, all the religious leaders of the time during Jesus' time could only focus on the don'ts and the can'ts of the Sabbath. There were over 1,000 different rules that had to be obeyed on the Sabbath. And the Sabbath was a burden, not a delight. Well, the religious leaders of Jesus' time got extremely upset with Jesus because they thought he was breaking the Sabbath by doing good. But Jesus demonstrates to us what Sabbath keeping is all about. Jesus went around healing. Jesus went around relieving suffering. Jesus hung out with his friends and family members on the Sabbath. Jesus even ate on the Sabbath. There are tons of examples of Jesus doing some powerful things on the Sabbath day. The Bible declares that Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. The challenge is many of us, even to this day, as Seventh-day Adventists, we're still focusing on the black dot instead of all of the space, all of the openness of the white paper. Many of us are still focusing on what you can't do on Sabbath as opposed to all the things you can do on Sabbath. That is what the Sabbath is all about. It's all about the do's and not the don'ts. So this week, I hope you focus on these 3 things. See the reminders of God's purpose in the Sabbath. Sense the importance of genuine worship. Fill your Sabbath hours with goodness.